Hey, what's up, beautiful souls? Happy Tuesday. I hope that your day is going well, and I hope that your day is filled with love and laughter. Today, I wanted to talk about manifesting your reality or creating your reality, but focusing on manifesting because, whether we understand it or even are aware of it, our thoughts and our words and our actions manifest what comes our way because all these put out energetic imprints into the quantum field and out into the universe. And when we align with those and we match our emotions and all of those align, those things come into our three-dimensional reality and come into our life as humans. So I just wanted to make you aware that, when you get stuck in those cycles of negative thoughts, and negative things happening to you, it is so important to try to stay positive. And I know it's so much easier said than done. But being mindful of your thoughts, catching yourself in that negative thought pattern and consciously breaking that negative thought pattern is so crucial to you escaping that repeated cycle of negative shit happening to you. Because if you ever notice at some point in your life when it seemed like it was just pouring on the negative shit that was happening, it's most likely because can't even talk, but it's most likely because once that first event happened, which could have been in your soul contract to teach you a lesson, but that once that gets the ball rolling in the negative pathway, you start to think, oh, of course this happened to me. Why wouldn't it happen to me? That's my luck. Blah, 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 blah. And then for weeks at a time, you're carrying on this emotional response from this one negative happening, and negative shit keeps finding you. They say when it rains, it pours, right? And that is the case because you are focusing your thoughts and your words and your actions based around a negative event. So those things keep perpetuating in your life. So be mindful of what you have going on and to manifest positively and consciously manifest positive happenings in your life. You what you need to do is you need to first think it, you need to feel it, and then you need to give thanks and act as if it has already happened. Because what that is doing in the universe is when you have those thoughts that align with the feelings and you're putting out that imprint out into, or the energetic output into the universe, your mind and your psyche don't know the difference from your internal world and your external world. So if your internal world, you're feeling this beautiful thing happen and you're thinking about this beautiful thing as if it already happened, well, in your three-dimensional reality, it starts to come to fruition. And a couple things with that, you have to be patient. You have to understand that when you put your intention out there, when you put your intention out in the universe, where it goes outside of the man-made time. It is outside of time and space. So you never know when it's going to pop up. It could pop up in a month. It could pop up in 5 years. It's much like planting a seed. Granted, when you plant seeds for plants or trees, you have a good feel on when they're going to sprout and grow. But with manifesting, you just have to have faith. You have to feel it, believe it, and have faith in the universe that the universe will reciprocate that energy that you're putting out. Because when you give thanks and you feel gratitude along with believing something already happened, it's showing the universe or the divine that you are a grateful person and that you will be grateful for the positive things that come your way. And, just as well as the negative things, giving thanks for those things and forgiving the people or forgiving the events or forgiving yourself is all part of moving in the right positive direction as far as trying to manifest a more beautiful life and move forward with positive things coming your way. And I want to lay a disclaimer. I'm not saying that you can create a reality that is stress-free, or that is, without negative happening, because there are things outside of our power. Yes, we have free will, but the divine has a plan mapped out for us that we agreed upon for tough things to come into our life. And even if you live a really stress-free life. Death finds everybody. Nobody can escape human death. So um, even if you have an understanding with death, it's always tough to lose a lost one in this physical world. So nobody is without escape of negative happenings. But if you want to live your most pure life, and a life where you feel like you are in control and your free will is dictating what is coming to you, then be mindful of your thoughts and align your thoughts, feelings, and actions towards what you want to happen and what you want to become. And those things will start to find their way into your life. And, to share a little story, I'll share a positive story of manifesting, and one that something that I manifested, or may have manifested, at least in my reality, that is really not positive at all. But for the positive manifestation, most of you may have seen my story of meeting NACO. So when I first started going to NACO concerts, I told my friends, and we all talked about, we're going to meet NACO. We're going to meet him. We're going to meet him. And just in my heart and in my mind, I just knew it, and I felt it, and I gave thanks, and I gave thanks as if it happened the night before, and come to find out, the fourth concert that I went to, the fourth and final concert, was actually an unplanned concert. It kind of came just by going with the flow and following my happiness and following my path. It happened the fourth night. I met NACO and got to hang out with him for a little bit of time and bullshit. It was a really cool experience. So manifesting that by talking to my friends about meeting him, and saying that I was going to meet him as if I knew for a fact. So the power of belief can really do a number on your reality and really help you create that reality. And as far as the negative manifestation goes, this is a tough one, and I haven't really shared with many people. And it's embarrassing, and it's sad, and at once upon a time I really beat myself up about it. But I've learned to give myself grace. But all throughout being a teenager, my grandfather was in an accident when I was younger, and he didn't get hurt, but he was awarded a bunch of money. And I remember thinking, as a teenager, as I was trying to map out my adult life, like, what is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to make a profession or become successful? And at that time, I had the vision of success as being wealthy. So I used to think, after my grandfather's accident, like, man, I wish that could just happen to me. I wish I could just, something happen, not too bad, but something happened where I would just get a huge chunk of money. And I used to think about that all the time. And I used to think about the easy way out in life. Instead of working hard, I thought about how I could make an easy buck and become successful monetarily. And unfortunately, later on in my life, my father was killed. And it was a vehicular accident that took his life. And my family, we were rewarded a good chunk of money, and it felt so dirty. It felt, once I started following my spiritual route and I started learning about manifestation and stuff, that is one of the things that came to me in meditation. It was like, holy shit, dude, you asked for this for 4 years, and here it is. So, the old saying, be careful what you wish for, is so true. And it's, there are consequences to those things. And if you're not mindful, then it can really cut you at the deepest part of your soul and your psyche. So just a little bit about manifestation. I really hope that this video helps. I hope that you can use this bit of information and start to manifest abundance in your life, and start to manifest happiness if you are dealing with depression or dealing with negative patterns. I hope that you can break those cycles and start to manifest a more positive life for yourself, because like I said at the beginning, you may not realize or understand how manifestation works, but it is very real, and it is a big part of creating your reality in this human experience. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. A quick little note as far as manifestation goes. I know a lot of people talk about manifesting money, and unlike my story, that is not the way to do it. But one thing to keep in mind when you're trying to manifest an abundance of money in your life is starting to think about the way you spend money and the way you feel about when you're spending money. Because I know a lot of people in tight places with their finances, when they spend money, they have such a negative feeling of like, oh, like almost like guilt or shame or regret or whatever the negative emotion that you tie to spending money. We really need to rethink that, because all that is going to do is keep negativity surrounding your financial situation. So be grateful that you have the money to spend, even if it's only a couple bucks. You know, it's really about rewiring that mindset and that perception of spending money that will start to allow you to rake in the abundance of money as well. So I love you guys. Sorry for the extended version of manifesting, but honestly, with a topic like this, it could go on forever. So I love you guys, and I will see you very soon.